Guys, everyone wants to know where everyone's moving. What's the popular spot to be right now?
Well, you're in luck. We're gonna tell you today.
We're gonna show you a couple of communities that we've hand-picked for y'all. Something with great amenities, great pricing, great locations, and great schools.
That's right. And then we also have a sleeper pick, which like we started doing the research. We're like, how does nobody know about this? The prices are phenomenal. The amenities are insane. And it's pretty early on. So we're gonna show that to you. And of course, you know, I'm gonna show you a big old house.
And if the background looks familiar to you guys, that's because you've been watching our videos for way too long if you haven't called us already.
Yeah, call it. Like, yeah, get off the toilet. Let's go. So as far as popular destinations go with new home communities, we are looking at one of the most popular on the north side of Fort Worth. This is actually North Lake, and you're gonna be close to a lot of different large business here, the Alliance Airport, all that kind of stuff. And one of the reasons that this is such a sought after area is one, its location, and number two, phenomenal schools. So the schools here, Northwest ISD, A-rated, and then on top of that, you have a bunch of really good builders, not to mention these amenities, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But you have a ton of builders out here. So there's a lot on 40-foot lots. You also have 50, 60-foot lots, and some I think that are 80 or 90 if they haven't sold out of them. So there's a lot of different options here. You also have townhomes. These are built out here near the square. But we have another video if you want to go in depth on all the builders here, kind of the price ranges, all that kind of stuff. We got a full video on that. But let's just talk amenities real quick, because you know, it's one thing to have a really cool house in a good location, good school districts, but that really, I don't know, that cherry on top, I guess, is the amenities, right? So as you can see, we just walked through like this huge reception area you can use for parties, events, and then they've got pickleball courts here, which are apparently a pretty big deal. You've got multiple pools, not only here at the square, but in other areas throughout the neighborhood. You've got the greeting house. Like, there's all kinds of really cool stuff to do. And not only that, but they have like full-time staff that organizes events, and there's an app for all of the members of the community to stay up with what's going on, the events for the weekend, you know, if there's a food truck or a coffee truck out here. So if you want to do any of that kind of stuff. But honestly, if you're looking for community, a way to get involved and meet other people, Pecan Square could be a very good option for you.
Hillwood makes a great community, and Pecan Square isn't their only gym. Harvest right across the street is another phenomenal option for people. It's a little bit less community based, but that doesn't mean they don't have a lot of great amenities and things to do in the neighborhood. This thing is stacked. You can see behind me, we got this giant stocked pond here. You can actually go fishing, catch, and release. Just behind it, we've got amenity centers, a coffee shop, gardens, playgrounds, you know, lions, tigers, and bears, you name it. These guys have it. And on top of that, they put together some phenomenal houses in their neighborhoods as well, because they bring in some really big names. I'm talking like Toll Brothers, Highland Homes, The Works, all these guys you've heard in all of our other videos. They're here as well with a broad range of different finish outs, a ton of different floor plan options, sizes. They match all kinds of price points as well. So they're really just trying to welcome everyone to these communities, and you get this great melting pot of all different types of people and cultures, and it just comes together and creates this, which I think is really cool. Now, while these may be right next to each other, they are vastly different in one specific area, and that is the school districts. As a matter of fact, Pecan Square is in Northwest ISD, and Harvest is in Argyle ISD. Now, if you look these up on Niche, you're gonna notice that they're both A-rated, both really good school districts with great funding. The big notable difference with Harvest is the fact that Argyle ISD has a phenomenal football program. And if you know anything about Texas high school football, it's almost a cult here. Like, these people have a fervor for football that you won't see in any other state. So if that's something that's important to you, make sure you keep it in mind when you're looking in this area.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not real excited about doing this when I first looked into this neighborhood and this area in general, but the more I started to look into it, the more I actually got really excited about this. So number one, this area is actually pretty close to downtown Fort Worth, also Dallas. If you compare it to like Anna or Melissa, it's going to be a lot closer to those areas. There's so much growth happening here. The schools are phenomenal. This is Northwest ISD, which is A-rated on niche.com. And so they've also got an elementary school on site. Speaking of which, they've got some wild amenities here, and this place is going to be absolutely massive. If you haven't guessed it yet, we're talking about Wildflower Ranch. So this is a massive community being built out here in Justin, Texas, which seems like, where the heck is that? If you've heard of Argyle or Northlake, Pecan Square, this is only about 10 minutes further than that, but you're gonna save so much money out here. We're gonna tell you all about it in this video and show you some really cool houses. Let's go take a look.
So there's a ton of builders here in Wildflower Ranch, one of which you'll probably recognize the name is Lennar. Now these guys, they are selling houses left and right, and the only reason I know that is because they've sold so many houses, their sales rep just decided they didn't need to come into work today. So I couldn't even get into this model home, but I know that these guys basically just put down 4 walls and a door, so if you're looking for a future rental property, that's the way to go. Next we're gonna have Highland. These guys are my personal favorite builders. Really like their stuff. It's very tall, so really high ceilings, big windows. I do like their polish and everything. That being said, they are pricey. You're gonna have to save up a little bit more to get into a house like this, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. Would say no regrets if you're going with something like this. And then we've got Brightland Homes. You may have heard of these guys just because they're starting to get really big. And before I go too much further, I just want to say whoever designed the model home, like, can we get like another shutter between these 2 windows? That's a lot of brick and it just doesn't look all that great. And I don't want that to scare you away because Brightland actually makes a decent house. Mid-range builder. You're getting a little less polished than Highland Homes, but you're paying a heck of a lot less for it as well.
What's up, y'all? I don't know if you can see these bugs flying around. They're definitely messing with my head, but we're in front of William Ryan Homes. This is a mouthful of a builder name, but a builder I'm actually kind of liking quite a bit. They do some little things that you may not notice, but they're gonna foam insulate their houses. They got a lot of transom windows. They even have this noise reduction barrier in front of like their master bedroom and a few other places that you don't normally see, like those little thoughtful things going into a lot of these more production style homes. So that's really cool. Not only that, but the elevation on this is pretty cool. It's like got a European look. And I do have to give a shout out. Guys, this is how you finish out the office space, right? They put a nice big window, put their name on it. Come on, Brightland. I feel like you guys are better than that. But anyways, really nice finish out here. And the cool thing about this is this particular house here, if you were to buy this over in like Pecan Square, you're probably paying close to $100,000 more to buy it there than you would here. Now, if you're interested in Pecan Square, because they do have a really cool community there, I have nothing bad to say about them. Love that community. We've got another video on that we'll link to in case you want to check that out. We're rolling through Wildflower here, and I gotta say, I love a stucco finish. But I'm so sorry if this is your house, I'm about to shit on it. Like, they put a nice stucco finish on the front and red brick on the side. What are you doing? And then there's another house, kind of the same thing, with brick and then this orange ugly. It's just, I don't know who built that house, but they missed, swing and a miss. So out here at Wildflower Ranch, the common lot sizes that you're gonna find is 40 foot, 50 foot, and 60 foot. Right behind me, we've got Bloomfield Homes, which is gonna build on those 50 and 60 foot lots. And if you've looked into any other community in the Metroplex, you've probably seen the name before. They are everywhere. They build a really nice product, really good family entry level product, all that kind of stuff. Next up, we've got Beezer Homes. Now, this is one, they have some really nice finish shots here. And although they only build on 40 foot lots. And I have to say, walking into this house, it did not feel like a more narrow house, and that's because the garage is actually in the back. So if you're somebody that's looking for a rear entry garage, maybe you like the added security, whatever it may be, they do have those options here. And one other thing to note with Beezer is they tout their energy efficiency because they foam insulate their house. They take that very seriously, which here in Texas can definitely go a long way.
How many times have you been looking at houses and you realize that in order to get the house you want, you have to skimp on the things the neighborhood has to offer? Well, not here. These guys are coming out strong. Not only can you get an awesome house from one of the tons of builders we have here, you also get these crazy amenities. You get a pool, but not just any pool. You get a resort style pool and a lazy river. How many neighborhoods do you know have a lazy river? I bet you can't even count that many on one hand. On top of that, you got miles of hike and bike trails. We have the elementary school that's literally right up the road and tons of pocket playgrounds throughout the neighborhood, so you're never much more than a short walk away from your kids having a great time. Welcome inside a Toll Brothers home. They call themselves America's luxury home builder, but I'm pretty sure they just stole that slogan from D.R. Horton and added the word luxury. First of all, well played. Second of all, I do actually really like their homes. It's a little bit of a different take on a farmhouse in this case, but they do add a very luxury feel to it, because the first things you notice whenever you walk in is this big open entryway with this curved staircase, nice chandeliers, modern fixtures and finish outs. It's a really good feel as soon as you walk into this place. It adds a sense of grandness to it. Immediately over here to my right, as soon as I walk in, is actually going to be an office. So you get a decent sized little office area. This is maybe like a 10 by 11, 10 by 12 space. And just to the right of that, we actually have a mother-in-law suite. So it's a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom in there. This actual floor plan is the Pampa. It's a farmhouse style transitional floor plan with 4 bedrooms over about 3,500 square feet with an optional 5th bedroom. So off to my left here is a little powder room, nothing crazy there. But as soon as we walk into the common areas, you really start to see where that luxury quality comes into play. So you've got this nice luxury vinyl plank down here on the floor, very wood-like look. On top of that, high ceilings. You've got tray ceilings over your dining room area, decorative beams over here in the living room area, nice decorative chandeliers. All of these touches and things are going to be things that you can expect when buying with Toll Brothers. On top of that, oversized eat-on island here. This is like a marble-like top here. I don't know if it's actual marble or just quartz, but either way, it looks really nice with these light-colored cabinets and everything, and they put a lot of detailing into their stuff. While it's very simple on the surface, you get these inlays and these cutouts and things like that that you won't get with a lot of run-of-the-mill finish outs that you do with some of the other builders. All of this stainless steel equipment and everything in the kitchen looks really nice. Oversized covered patio over here. And one thing we always like to point out, these giant sliding glass doors, it's like your porthole into a transition between your living room and the outside. Really nice touch as well. Over here in the corner, we actually have the master bedroom. Big fan of how they did this as well. So you've got the cathedral style ceiling with the decorative beams and everything. Tons of room. This is a king size bed, by the way. So if you're looking for furniture, this is going to fit, and then some. These are oversized nightstands, and you still got plenty of elbow room on either side. And all of it looks nice and bright because of these giant windows they got over here as well, letting in all that natural sunlight. So on the other side of the bedroom, we actually have the master bathroom, and I like the way they do the his and hers vanities here with the standing tub in the middle. So it kind of eats up a little bit of that dead space in between while still letting you get that big picture window and everything, making it feel nice and open. Across the way from that, you got your linen closet over here. I like the glass door that they did. And then you've got frameless shower glass here into your oversized shower. Cool bench over there on the side. I love the idea of being able to sit down in my shower, by the way, on a personal note. Whoever came up with that, genius. And at the end over here, we actually have the master closet. So this one's cool because they were smart and put the storage space under the stairs as part of the master closet. So you can just tuck all your Christmas stuff there out of the way, but it's still easy to get to. You don't have to climb up into the attic. Speaking of the attic access is actually going to be upstairs, along with 2 bedrooms, both of which have ensuite bathrooms. And you also get a decent sized loft. It's enough room to put like maybe an entertainment center or something like that. And then adjacent to the loft, you have the option for 2 things. You can either get an additional bedroom, making it a 5 bedroom, or in this case, they have a theater set up there, which I know is becoming really popular because Americans, we love our TV. That's no lie. And what better place to do it than in a dedicated theater? So guys, I know you guys are looking for the most house you can get for your dollar, and there is no better way to go than with these guys right here. Toll Brothers are putting big houses on these lots, and in a neighborhood like this, you're not gonna have to stretch your wallet too much to get into them. What if you could get an almost 4,000 square foot house for under $700,000? Well, you can definitely do that because they've got floor plans ranging from the low 4s all the way to the mid 6s, and some of them get up to almost 4,000 square feet. My guys from California, what does 4,000 square feet look like to you guys? Is that over $1 million yet? I'm pretty sure it is. Well, here you can get it for almost $500,000. How does that sound?
So you may be wondering, what's Justin like? What's the downtown area like? What's going on?
Well, to be perfectly frank, not a lot. It's a small town. Like we're next to one of the busiest roads probably in the entire city, and
It's just people passing through, it feels like.
yeah, yeah.
We stopped here at Margaritas for, unfortunately, not a margarita because we're working.
Yeah, but lunch was good. Food was decent.
They got a nice outdoor space here. But yeah, there's like a strip. There's just like a strip of little businesses here. I haven't seen a Lowe's or a Home Depot. I haven't even seen a grocery store. There's Ace Hardware, Dollar General. Like, it's a very small town feel. And stupidly enough, we drove by two Justin Boot, like big Justin Boot places, and I was like, that's weird they would have such a big place here. And then it just hit me, this is probably where they're made.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I wouldn't have put that together, so.
I mean, I've lived an hour from here my whole life. You'd think I know where Shiner Box made.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either.
Shiner, Texas.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so as far as like what Justin is close to, because
like, why else would you move to Justin? It's, I mean, to be fair, there's a little bit of industry here in Justin, but I feel like most of the draw is what is around.
Yeah, Texas Motor Speedway, right off the highway. We passed a Buc-ee's.
Yep, there's the Tanger outlets. There's a ton of cheap housing going up in this area.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shopping nearby. There's a ton of warehouses going up. You're close to Alliance Airport, which is a big commercial hub. There's Deloitte's over here, Charles Schwab, and somebody else has a big campus.
Amazon's got a big hub. There's a ton of small businesses going up in the Alliance Town Center, plus the big medical area that they're building up.
Yeah, but Justin itself feels really rural.
It does.
Yeah.
Especially being as close as it is to things like Pecan Square.
Yeah.
But the 114 is going to grow fast, so this may be one of the last opportunities to get into this area for a reasonable price. Guys, I don't know why you thought we were going to come out to the middle of nowhere and not show you houses on tons of land, but we are here at Creek Meadow West right now to show you Drees and Toll Brothers' amazing offerings. So this neighborhood, you can get into this for about $1 million, and these have a ton of square footage in them. I'm talking like 3,000, 4,000. Some of them go upwards to 5,000 square feet. All of these sit on at least an acre. So you're getting a ton of house and a ton of land in a really nice spot, because this is only a hop, skip, and a jump from all the other stuff that we've looked at in the North Fort Worth area. So we've got Drees right here. These guys put on a really good show with their house, a great house. Honestly, I'm kind of favoring Drees to Toll Brothers in this neighborhood. Their model home just looks really good. Tons of accent lighting. They got that really cool glass enclosure for their wine cellar, and a lot of really cool features as well. Big grand feeling in the main hall area. And not to be sold too short, Toll Brothers is also a really offering for this place too. They like we other neighborhood, they put together a very luxury feeling house. Good quality materials, great build quality as well, and phenomenal finish outs. And again, you still get a lot of those grand features that you would with Drees as well. It's really a matter of what your preference is as far as the styling when it comes to these two guys, because they're heavy hitters and they're both comparable.
All right, so as we roll out, if you are looking to spend those big bucks, one of the big advantages you're gonna have is being on an acre of land. You're outside of city limits there, so your tax rate's gonna be
1.65.
1.65. Which is really good. That's about the best.
Yeah, I think that's one of the lowest ones we've seen.
Yeah, and you're in North Lake, so great school districts, all that kind of stuff. Tax rates on all the other communities that we talked about today.
So Harvest is going to put you at about 2.4%. It's like just shy of 2.4. And same with Pecan Square. I think they're at like 2.359 or something like that.
And that includes their
mud tax.
Yeah,
yes.
so that's all in. And then at Wildflower Ranch and over in Justin, that's going to be around
2.28.
Okay, there you go. So it's a little bit better there. I would say I think it's like an extra 8 or 10 minutes to the highway from the Justin community. And obviously, either one, you've got great choices. Obviously, if amenities is all you care about, Pecan's going to be number one. But if you start weighing all those options, I think Wildflower Ranch has a lot of advantage to it. If you are interested in either Harvest or Pecan, we'll link those videos here so that you guys can watch those next. These go more in depth to the community itself, all the amenities, shows you builder walkthroughs, all that kind of stuff. Anything else?
No, they're just really good communities.
All right, well guys, if you're ready to go, give us a call. We have a Calendly link. We'd love to work with you guys. We guarantee to save you money. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calling. Call town.